basically, we've all had our favorite cartoon when we were younger. We've watched it when we were little. We've fantasized about it, or whatever you want to go there. Basically, cartoons are a way of being creative while animating our childhood, our inner child. And 3 basic ways of what I'm going to be talking about for this is the history, how to basically get started on doing it, and like what to do, and careers that you could get into for cartoons. Okay, so my first thing I'm going to be talking about is the history of cartoons. We all know that it dates back way to the caveman time where they had dirt and they draw on walls and it didn't look so pretty. I don't really know what that was. When I was talking to people, they said that it looked like a shopping cart.
Yay.
And I don't really understand how they could get that back then. But oh well. So they illustrated what they did, and later on when we first started animating, which making it move, and what we have now, we had our first few cartoons like Steamboat Willie and Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse was one of my first favorite cartoons, and one of the first we had in that actually was black and white and whatnot. And then later on they started making it more entertaining for students or for kids or for adults or whatever. And they added color later on to show it more detail and more interest for other people. It's evolved a lot since then, going to 3D and all that lovely stuff. Okay, that's the end of my slide for that. I don't need to. Okay, so that was the history. Now I'm going to tell you basically how to get started on how to do it. Your first few things you will need is paper and pencil. And I scavenge a lot from mine. I'm very stubborn when it comes to getting what I need. If later on you'll need more stuff like Copic pencils and Copic markers and stuff, but that's for later use. But the starting is pencil and paper. So basically the most obvious question is why? Where do I start? Why would all that kind of stuff? Where do you start basically? You have to have an idea. There has to be an idea. Without it, you're basically can't really draw much unless you take a piece of paper and a pencil and start scribbling, which that doesn't come out pretty at all. First, and also you have to understand what cartoons are. They're basically 2D things that animate our ideas in our mind and other people see what they are. And they're very exaggerated. Like, if you guys watch the Billy and Mandy, Billy's nose is like really big compared to our noses are so small. But yeah, you can exaggerate whatever you want to when it comes to cartoons and make them seem like you can make someone a cat and it'd be like an actual person with cat ears. There's a lot more tools that you could get started, but like I said, that's for later use if you really wanted to get into it. Like when it comes to making Mickey Mouse, I drew him like once, and that took pencil, paper, and pen. Like, because we all know pencil smudges, so like there's something to not smudge it very often. But that's basically on how to get started, like what the basic tools are and stuff. Last thing I'll be talking about is basically careers you could get into if you decide to become an artist. Not many do, but most will, like some will. Basically you can, like when you look in the newspaper, all those comics you read that make you laugh or make you smile or just bore you, you could do that when you get older. It's a simple task of just going to art school. That's about it. You could also make the movies you watch, like as cartoons or Disney shows. If you get into that, you can make little animated films. You can also do something with TV and whatnot. Basically, there's a whole bunch of jobs out there that you could do. So, cartoons are a way of being creative. It looks hard, anyone can do it, and basically it animates our inner child. Cartoons are a common part of our life, and it's what got us through our childhood when we were watching TV or being